Greetings, friends. It's me, Wayman29. I just talked to myself for 9 minutes because I didn't realize my mic was on or off. This is a reply to Bitbutter, and he wanted me to discuss Hume's quote on miracles. I'm not a miracles kind of guy. However, I won't deny anybody from having their claims of miracles. I don't believe that you would have to believe in miracles or the miracles of Christ in order to be a Christian. And I don't believe that you would have to believe in the miracles of other religions in order to validate that religion. The religions and ideas and belief systems are not validated by miracles, contrary to popular belief at times. A really good book is George Frazer, The Golden Bough, where he discusses magic, and some of that may apply because sometimes the idea of magic in other cultures, it appears as being kind of evil from the Christian point of view. However, from an anthropological point of view, George Frazer, The Golden Bough, discusses that at length. It is now in public domain, so you can check that out. I'll post a link to it over there. When I said I won't deny a person miracles for themselves, that means if somebody comes up to me and says, "Wayman, I levitated." At first I would make sure, if they're a good pal, and I knew they weren't playing tricks on me, I would say, "Good for you. I'm glad. If you're happy about it, I'm glad that happened to you." "Wayman, my cancer's been healed. It's been put in remission. God has healed my cancer. Good for you. I'm glad that miracle happened to you and relieved you from suffering." So that's the way I see it. A lot of times miracles abound. There are positive and negative, of course. What really turns my stomach is to see Benny Hinn knocking people over on stage. However, if somebody from those big conferences came up to me and said, "Wayman, I got up out of my wheelchair and blah blah blah," I would say, "That's great. I'm glad you can walk." In my opinion, why should you deny somebody that experience for yourself? Because I believe that you'd be robbing them of something, even if you wanted to place doubt in their mind. The real question would be, why should we? So I guess sometimes miracles are metaphors, especially in literature. Miracles written about in literature, and especially in what you mentioned, Christian and Jewish literature, are multifunctional. They're used to be multifunctional on many different levels. So what's happening in the story, what the reader has happening in the story, what's the reader trying to say, what is the character who's performing the miracle doing, what is the reason for it, what is the message he is doing it for, what do the people say after they're healed. So it's very, very metaphoric, sometimes allegoric, and in mythology there's plenty of times when such things happen, and a myth is a fact that never happened but continues to happen every day in our lives. So I guess if an evangelical came up to me and said, "Wayman, I was a sinner and I drank and had all these horrible things going on, drug abuse, whatever kind of testimony you had, going down the path of destruction and whatnot, and I asked Christ to come into my heart, and He saved me, and now I'm on a positive path, and things are going much better. I was granted eternal life, and I turned my life around. I got my family back together." I would say, "Great for you. I'm really happy that you found that for you. Why would I deny that person that miracle. So I don't even know if I answered the question, but take a look at those books. Another one would be where it discusses gospel fictions, and you can even compare the miracles of Elijah in Old Testament texts and literature to New Testament literature, and a lot of times ideas of how miracles functioned progressed and mixed with mysticism and theology have took on a whole different realm than in the past. So all I'm saying is the ideas of miracles change with society. It transforms through societies, and its functions differ. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Take care, friends, and remember, if everybody's thinking alike, then somebody isn't thinking.